It's free real estate.
It's fair use, bitch.
You know, it likes to cruise at that RPM. It makes power. It definitely makes power. I don't like lugging it that low, but gotta work a little bit harder. As you can see from my gas mileage, and we're not even going that fast because we're doing about 68 with the cruise set. That wonder how much horsepower this makes. It is currently set at 700 horsepower and approximately 2,400 foot-pounds of torque, and I'm pretty sure it makes every bit of that.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing good, having a good week. As always, I hope everybody's profitable. Unless you're a couple that likes trucking together and you're originally from California and now you live in Wisconsin. If you're them, I don't wish you prosperity. I wish you everything bad, because you guys suck. But as many of you may have noticed, or maybe you didn't, I don't know. I don't know how popular trucking together is anymore, really. I mean, they've kind of fallen off. I don't know if they'll ever regain the following that they originally had on YouTube after their little hiatus here, because they were so busy. Not too busy to talk shit about people, you know, behind the scenes, right? And I mean, I get it, right? Like, who am I to talk about anybody talking shit, right? The difference is you know who I am, right? This is me, right here. I can't fucking hide. I have a very recognizable truck, right? I put pictures of the truck out. I mean, you'll hear me coming before you see me, you know, so disrespectful at times, definitely, for sure, right? Right, Tommy? Huh? But the difference is it's coming from me, right? If I make a video about you, you can watch the video, you can respond to the video, you can leave a comment on the video, right? You can talk shit back to me. But what if I was just messaging Elite in the background, talking shit about you, but never saying it myself? And then when Elite tells you that I was talking shit about you in the background, I get all upset and try to sue him, right? That wouldn't be okay, right? You would call me a hypocrite, I'd imagine. And that's what these people are, right? These people that we're talking about. We have to be careful how we talk about them, because they'll threaten to sue you. They'll strike your videos on your channel, right? They'll try to take your voice. They'll do everything in their power to try to hide the fact that they're a fucking piece of shit. And we can't let them win, guys. We can't, right? And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a page out of Tommy's book, right? Old Tommy Unfiltered, old Tommy Tulips. We're going to take a page out of his book, right? We're going to take 101 out of the Tommy playbook, right? And we're just going to nitpick every little stupid thing that Trucking Together. I said it. Oh, man. Well, I guess I'll be hearing from their lawyer. Hopefully their lawyer understands that if what you're saying is true, it's not slander, which is probably why you had to resort to striking videos instead of suing somebody, but, you know, what do I know, right? But that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to nitpick the shit out of everything they say. Just really annoy them, right? Hopefully I'll get a video where they're driving down the road just fuming, talking about how they're going to do what they got to do to protect their family from little old me. Right, Tommy? Just know, guys, that if you say anything about me, I will be sending all of this to the FBI because I'm so scared. Right, Tommy? But in their most recent video, I was kind of looking, you know, just seeing what they're about, because I didn't really watch Trucking Together. I had no reason to. They're quite frankly, they're boring. Just to give you an idea of something that they recently did is it was Alice. She had filmed. It was before her most recent hiatus. She filmed a video of her pulling into a truck stop that did not have truck stop parking. Right? I think it was like a Casey's or something. It didn't have truck parking. But she pulled in there anyway, right? There's a veteran driver. Typically, if I pull off on an exit and I look over to my right and I see that the place that I'm looking at doesn't look like it has room for trucks, I continue right back onto the highway and I find another fucking place, right? But no, she absolutely had to pull in here. I think it was a Casey's, I can't remember, but then she proceeded to film herself walking inside to buy a donut. Yep, whole video, pulled into a place that wasn't even meant for trucks, bought a donut. I'll give you one guess as to whether or not she ate that donut on camera. You know, yeah, you're right, she did. That was the whole video, was her eating a donut. Riveting content, guys. It really shows that I have no excuses, right? Like, I could be fucking 100-something thousand subscriber channel on YouTube, no fucking problem. Because, I mean, you don't even have to fucking try. You don't even have to try, right? What are some other things that they did in their most recent videos, guys? They proved that they're both Karens, right? I had a feeling that Alice was a super mega asshole Karen, and she was. But Martin is also a Karen, right? A male Karen. What do they call those? Kens? I don't know. He's a male Karen. First up, Martin's walking in a parking lot. And mind you, he's parked in like 4 or 5 car spots. He's just blocking all of them, right? Just blocking all the car spots. I think he's at a rest area. And another guy parked next to him, right? Blocking the same spots. And he goes, look at this asshole. Thinks he can park wherever he wants. I'm like, you're parked wherever you think you want, you fucking asshole. And you're complaining about him. And then the narcissism, right? Oh, I wanted to take a picture of my truck. I wanted to take a picture of my truck and this fucking asshole's in the way. You think you own the rest area? You entitled fuck, right? Then, ultra mega Karen, old Alice, right? She's at a truck stop, right? It's a truck stop, right? It implies, you know, it's in the name that there'll be trucks at the truck stop. She films the parking lot. She does this a lot, filming parking lots. And she's like, look at all these a-holes parking next to me. You think you own the whole fucking parking lot? You entitled fuck, right? So both of them are mega Karens, just bitching about other people just trying to do their job, right? And they're so busy, right? They're so busy. We couldn't make a YouTube video, guys. We couldn't make a YouTube video because we're just so fucking busy with our business. But then you got time to film all this mundane bullshit that has nothing to do with anything, right? Martin, he's driving down the road and he goes, look at those mountains right there, guys. Think I throw a football? They're gonna throw a football over the mountains. You got time for dumbass shit like that, but you're too fucking busy for your YouTube channel. Right? Then we got old Alice, right? Old Alice. Hey, I was at this warehouse and I found shit in the parking lot. I found shit on the ground in the parking lot at a warehouse. Because that's never happened before, right? You got time for that, but you didn't have time for your YouTube channel because you were so busy, right? Oh, guys, they loaded me too fast. I was trying to do my paperwork. But you got time to film that, right? You could have pulled out of the dock, pulled over somewhere out of the way and did your fucking paperwork. But no, you had to film yourself bitching about not having time to do the paperwork, right? They're such fucking liars, right? They're such fucking liars, right? And the reason I'm saying this is it's not just me nitpicking them, right? I'm painting a picture of who they are, right? That they're fucking liars. Them and Tommy, right? Mr. Tommy, I FOIA requested the fucking police department in Arkansas, right? So they told their fans, right, why these people have fans in the first place is beyond me, but they told their fans that they were just so busy. We're so busy with our business, right, guys? We just don't have time. Don't have time for the YouTube, right? But they got time for all this mundane shit, right? Ultra Mega Karen, Alice, was walking around just filming shit on other trucks, right? Bent mud flap, some streaks on a rim, you know. DOT violations, guys. I can spot the DOT violations. Shut the fuck up, bitch, right? I bet if we really broke down their fucking junk heaps, right? Martin's junk heaps. The shifter's hitting, guys. The shifter's hitting. But I just put a plate down and I drive it anyway. It rattles. It rattles when I'm going down the road, right? I'm sure their shit heaps, right, probably have some DOT violations on them too, right? And, but instead of walking up to any of these drivers and be like, hey, driver, I just want to let you know, as another driver who's concerned because I'm pointing out that it is, in fact, a DOT violation, I just want to let you know, hey, man, might want to check out your mud flap. Hey, just a heads up, might want to check those lugs on that rim. I saw some streaking on it, you know, help a brother out. No, she just films it and talks shit about it on her YouTube channel, right? Which can probably give you guys an idea of the kind of shit that they're doing in the background, right? Is talking shit about people. I guess Elite was right after all. And I've seen evidence, guys. I'm just not putting it out because it's not my evidence, right? That's his story. Once he tells that story, then I'll talk about it, but I'm not going to jump ahead. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to take credit for something. All that evidence was his evidence. Unless he tells me, you know, go ahead and fucking put it out, in which case I'll put it out. But I'm always one to kind of let the person who broke the story break the story first before I try to fucking, you know, take credit for it or whatever. But Alice and Martin are liars based on how they behave with their YouTube channel, based on the things that they've said versus what they do, right? They very clearly talk shit because both of them have disparaged other drivers in that video for doing nothing but just being drivers, right? We all got to do shit out here. We got to get stuff done. So if I park next to them at a truck stop, right, that'll make me an asshole because they had the audacity to fucking park next to another truck at a truck stop, right? Like this is how stupid they are. This is the shit that they consider to be entertainment, right? And I mean, you can say the same thing about me, right, if you don't like my content. But I feel like my content has more substance than their bullshit, right? Just stupid, mundane garbage that has nothing to do with anything, right? You were too busy for your YouTube channel. You were too busy to talk to your fans. But Martin has time to show us a little piece of fucking hose. Like, I hate fucking polyurethane hoses or whatever the fuck it was. Plastic hoses or vinyl hoses. I fucking hate hoses, guys. I had to put a socket inside the hose to block it off. I'm pretty sure that might be a DOT violation. I don't know. Are you gonna fucking film that too, Alice? Oh, you don't have to. Your husband did it for you. But these are the people that are trying to say that Elite is a bad person for exposing their horse shit. Just think about that. Think about it. And Tommy, right? You know how I feel about Tommy, right? Tommy says he would have been proud to work for them, right? Those are his friends, right? He loves them, right? He's been in videos with them. Alice docks the fuck out of him, right? When she was walking through a parking lot, she filmed the side of his truck. It's got his boss's name on the door, right? So, and I don't know who Austin is. Is Austin Overtime Trucking? I don't know, right? Time will tell. And then, you know, she's at a Cisco location in Utah. She says it in the video, right? I'm not doxing anybody. And she says this place is a shit show, right? And it's like, maybe, and this is just me here, but maybe if you're concerned about your customers, right, and losing contracts, maybe when you know there's a bunch of people that are upset with you because of the shit that you said about them in the background and the shit that you said about them on your videos, right? Maybe you don't talk shit about your customers in videos where people like me can screen record it and then email that to them, right? Maybe we don't do that, right? But that's just me, guys. But yeah, fun fact, if you don't like Trucking Together, you can go to her video where she's talking shit about one of her customers that she goes to. Screen record that and just go ahead and go just email that on over to Cisco, right? Just go ahead and shoot that off right over to Cisco, right? In West Jordan, Utah, I think is where they're at. She says in the video, right? Just go ahead and shoot old Cisco an email. Just be like, hey, this is a driver in your lot talking shit about your customer on their big giant, you know, you are being disparaged in the video that their subscriber base is seeing, right? They have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and they're disparaging your business in that video, right? Just screen record that, send it right over to Cisco, fucking help them out. Help them out, right? We don't want people disparaging customers out here, guys, right? Like, that's how we make our money. We have to deliver to these places, you know, and the last thing we need is our fellow drivers making us drivers look bad by talking shit about our customers, man. That's dirty, right? That's dirty. If she would talk shit about her own customer, imagine what she talks shit about in the background. I don't know, guys. But I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna talk shit about them, right? Every little thing they do, I'll be like Tommy, right? Every video they make, I'm gonna have to make a reaction to it, right, Tommy? It's not talking shit. I'm just doing reaction content, guys. I'm just doing reaction content, guys. Right? I think when I get home, I'm gonna get a self-made tattoo on my neck, right? Because I'm doing reaction content. Right, Tommy? So, just think about the bullshit, right? This is the picture that I'm painting. And I know that, like, you know, the diehard fans, you can't sway them, right? They're going to love them regardless. But just think about what has been said, right? They said they were busy, but they got time to film bullshit, right? Doesn't match up. They said they don't talk about people, they're not into the drama, yet there's evidence that they've been in the drama, right? I've shared little tiny snippets of it, but I've shared enough to show you that it's there. And Elite's expose video on them was so damning, they did everything they could to try to get his channel taken down, to try to silence him, because they didn't want that coming out, right? But why would you be worried about it if none of it's true? So, and the thing is, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't, right? Obviously, I talk shit about people on the internet, so I don't have a problem with that. If Alice and Martin went in a video and they're just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you too, fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck your grandma, just went off, right? truck sounded cool. I wouldn't care because I do it. How can I tell them not to do it when I do it? Right? That's this whole channel is me talking shit on the internet. But again, it's me, right? You know what I'm about. You know what I'm gonna do. You know that I'm gonna talk shit, right? I'm not talking shit in the background and then coming on here and pretending that I'm somebody that I'm not, right? I'm a shit talker. I like the drama. It's entertaining to me. I've said it before. When it comes to drama, it's like I want to hear about the drama, but I don't want the drama in my life, right? I don't want relationship problems. I don't want business problems. I don't want, CDL problems, right? But I love hearing about other people's problems, right? It is entertaining. And so, that's me, right? I got nothing to hide. I'm addicted to it. It's entertaining. It's like a soap opera to me. But I'm going to put it out there that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm entertaining myself with. And I have lines, there's lines in the sand that I draw. There's things that I don't talk about. There's places that I don't go. I know Bumbles is upset with me because I defended Elite Podcasts, and I think rightfully so. She can disagree with me all she wants. But the thing is that's an easy video, right? I could easily make a drama video and just talk shit about Bumbles and her husband, right? Steven, Big Belly, whatever you want to call him. I could do that. But that's not what their channel is about, right? So even though I'm an asshole on the internet, I still have a line, right? I have some kind of a moral compass, as depraved as it may be. And that is my problem with Trucking Together, guys. It's not that they're not allowed to talk shit. It's that they're talking shit, but then they're lying about it, which is my problem, right? They put on a fake persona of being these good, just wholesome people, when in reality they're not, right? Which is okay. You don't have to be, right? We're truck drivers. We know how truck drivers are. It's one of those industries where you're gonna be a little dirty, right? You're gonna talk shit. You're gonna be offensive. It's trucking, right? It doesn't make you a bad person to talk shit about people, but lying about talking shit about people might make you a bad person because then you're fake, right? You're disingenuous. I think that I would say is really what it comes down to is it's not a hypocritical thing, right? I'm not saying that people aren't allowed to be shitty on the internet. You absolutely are. No one can stop you from being shitty on the internet, right? But if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't try to paint yourself as something that you're not, right? And I think being honest about who you are and what you're about gets you better traction than if you're trying to portray a character, right? Just be who you're gonna be. And I think that's why, look at the Gentry situation, right? That's why Gentry won, right? That's why Gentry's still around, because Gentry is Gentry, and he's never anything different, Elite Podcast found some things about him that he wanted secret, but now they're out there. It didn't stop him, right? It didn't stop him at all. He's still him. He's still making his videos. He's still buying companies, right? In fact, he probably grew more off of that than he was before, And I'm not saying that Elite Podcast is the reason why he's buying companies. I'm just saying his channel didn't lose anything for being exposed for some things that he did that some people might consider dirty. And same thing. Steve goes live. FSC Trucking, he goes live and he's talking about lawyers and things like that, and then he shows sympathy for somebody else who he's counter to at this time. I'm talking about Billy, the previous Trucking Alert guy, and he's just himself. He's like, look, I had some issues with the guy, but if something's wrong with him, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, and he's a fellow veteran. I'm going to look out for him. That kind of behavior is what makes those guys successful, say what you want about him, right? Steve watched one video of mine, and that video got over 2,000 views just because Steve's involved, right? So there's success in just being genuine, right? Just being whoever you're going to be. Even if there's skeletons in your closet, if you're just yourself, people respect that more than being disingenuous and fake. And that's the issue that I have with Trucking Together, and I think that's the issue that a lot of people have with them that don't like them, right? There's nothing wrong with being an asshole on the internet, right? No one can stop you. That's the world we live in today, is everybody can run their mouths on the internet. But to do that and then try to lie about it is where personally I draw the line. Right? Talk all the shit you want, right? Even if it's about me, right? Like, you know, if I'm talking shit on the internet, somebody has the right to talk shit on the internet about me back, right? But don't do it and then lie about doing it, right? Don't send somebody an email talking shit about me, but then go on your channel and pretend to be wholesome and never say anything bad about people. That's bullshit. But that's just my opinion, guys. But hey, subscribe to the channel if you like conversations like this one, guys.